I was a bit afraid as well. If in case I fail, what would I do? Again, I will be set back by another 6 months to a year waiting times,
Yeah.
getting a test again. Again, I have to start from the scratch. So I was praying to God.
Hey guys, we're with our main man Kaleem. I'm sure you guys know who he is. And we have some really good news today. Kaleem, tell us what the news is.
Well, basically, I passed the driving test today.
That's his
Yes.
certificate. How was it? Nice and easy?
Yeah, it was not.
Hey guys, welcome to FM Driving School. Today we're going to go through with our student how he managed to pass his driving test during COVID or just literally after COVID, and any tips and advice that he has about his lessons and the test itself and how it went. Don't forget, you can always check out our website fmdrivingschool.co.uk and see all the latest tips how to pass your driving test, how to pass your theory test. So go check out fmdrivingschool.co.uk and also go through our channel, our YouTube channel, to see all the latest videos in order to help you pass your driving test.
Hey guys, we're with our main man Kaleem. I'm sure you guys know who he is. And we have some really good news today. Kaleem, tell us what the news is.
Well, basically, I passed the driving test today.
That's his certificate.
Yes.
How was it? Nice and easy?
Yeah, it was not very hard because in the past as well I did quite big places and
So we're practicing the routes basically,
practicing the
didn't
route,
we?
and we have been going. We have covered most of the route which was covered during our driving tests. And definitely I give the credit to my sir who had been working really hard on me because I was not performing consistently. I was performing, but I was slightly panicking at some point of time, but he full
Kaleem,
confidence in me.
Don't call me Sir Kaleem, call me FM.
Okay, FM.
Yeah.
Okay,
And the
yeah.
good thing is, Kaleem, how many mistakes did you make?
I just made two mistakes.
Two minor faults. What were the faults, Kaleem?
One when I pulled on to the left, I didn't stop the indicator. Okay, that was one of the mistakes.
One minor fault.
And second minor fault was I was at the mini roundabout,
Yeah.
and the priority comes for the car coming from the right. So
Yeah.
the car was bit far. I stopped and gave way to her because I thought it's 50-50. Because the priority goes to the right. So I stopped and I let the car go past, and only then I went. And
So hesitancy.
it was a bit hesitancy, and he did pick it up.
Okay.
And he said that okay, you should have gone because it was not on the road. So it was your priority. I said I was a bit hesitant, so I thought it's better to stay back.
Okay.
So that's what.
So well done. That's Kaleem with the pass certificate and two minor faults. You're a sick driver. This is the keys. This ain't your car though, right? I'm taking it back. Well done, Kaleem. There you go. Hey guys, we're with Kaleem, our student, our great student. We've been driving for a while, but unfortunately, because of COVID, we had to stop taking lessons, right?
Yeah.
And even the test was delayed quite a lot.
Yeah.
And tell us what happened. You managed to get a test date?
Yeah, basically what happened is initially I booked my test a couple of years ago, and
A year ago.
year ago, and to my bad luck, it was postponed 4 times. And then I started taking classes. Then I had to stop for 5-6 months. Again, I started taking classes. Again, stopped. And I booked my test back in December only. And I thought the lockdown will not ease until May, so I just rescheduled it for May in December itself.
Yeah.
And then I started taking classes. Alhamdulillah, our sir has been very generous, and he took extra efforts. He adjusted the time according to my suitability, and he definitely he helped me out personally and
cool.
professionally
Yeah.
too.
No, but that's cool. Thank you. I appreciate those words. So what happened was when lockdown finished, we started the lessons again. But you were very rough, very rusty,
yeah.
but the only concern is we had a test booked now, and we had to get you prepared. And obviously after lockdown, there's a lot of students trying to take lessons, so that's why it's a bit hard to give you all the time in the world. But I did try to prioritize you and give you a few slots and give you the slots that I can. And it was literally the last week and a half that finally Kaleem started picking things up again. So we were slightly reluctant about your driving if you're going to pass on about 2 weeks ago. But we put in a few extra more lessons, and credit to you, picked things up quite a lot last 2 weeks. I think I was telling you off quite a bit last week. I think telling you about your mistakes. You're not planning, you're not thinking ahead, you're not thinking about how to react to other bad drivers or how to react to situations. And we said for someone who's got a test standard or who's got a test coming up, that they should be preparing for these situations. And again, credit to you, you learn from the mistakes, you learn from my words, and we fixed up. And then we had a test today. It was about 12:30. How was the roads? Was it quite busy?
Yeah, it wasn't that busy, but definitely on the motorway there was traffic.
Dual carriageway. you mean,
Dual
yeah.
carriageway, so there was traffic, but otherwise.
How did the test start? You started off with what?
I started off with a navigation for like good 15-20 minutes, and then driving on his instructions.
Okay. And so, how many big roundabouts did you do today?
I did three big roundabouts.
Okay.
One first exit, one second exit, and one third exit.
Oh wow. Okay.
And there were quite a lot mini roundabouts and junctions.
Emergency stop.
Emergency stop, no.
Okay. Questions of the car. What were they?
Questions of the car was ABS light, how, and other question was about the rear demisters.
Okay. What else? So sat nav. The maneuver now. What happened? Tell us about the maneuver.
Maneuver. Yeah, he asked me to do the parallel parking for one of the cars, which we practiced quite a lot.
Oh, parallel park, did he? I saw you doing the reverse bay parking.
Reverse bay parking and in the way as well, parallel parking.
He made you do parallel park.
Yeah,
He made you do 2 maneuvers.
2.
It's interesting. Oh, so maybe he just wanted to park up.
Yeah.
So he didn't count the reverse. Oh no, he doesn't. We don't have the certificate of what you done. So the reverse bay park, you must have probably just wanted to park up facing outwards, because you only get 1 maneuver. Are you sure you done the parallel park?
Parallel park in the sense we did stop, and he said just reverse back, and that's what we did. And here he said the park in any of the bay.
Oh, you stopped yourself and reversed it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically, you only get 1 maneuver in the test.
Yeah.
He asked you to park when you came into the test center. He asked you to park in. You must have stopped yourself and then reversed in.
Yeah.
So obviously, Kelly is very confident. He thought, let me do 2 maneuvers instead of 1 and show off to the examiner. It's cool, man. And so the test itself, how did you find it? Was it similar to the driving lessons and the mock test that we've been doing?
What happens is that most of the routes which we have been doing regularly within the test route, it was covered. A few of them were different routes, definitely, but most of it were covered, especially the roundabouts and signals.
So for our viewers who don't know, when you're with a driving instructor, a qualified instructor, we do test routes as well as obviously practicing how to drive safely. But we also want to practice on the test route, just so when you do your test like you have today, at least you're familiar with the roads and the routes that you're going to get, and which obviously adds to the more advantage for yourself, so that it gives you a better chance of passing. Any final words for students out there trying to take lessons, or any advice, Kaleem? What would your one big advice be to students?
What I would say is that whenever we're taking the test, don't lose that you have done. If you have done something wrong initially, don't panic. Stay calm, stay composed, and do everything, break it down. Like if you're doing navigation, just concentrate on navigation. Once it's done, concentrate on driving. So break it down into modules, and especially while coming back, don't lose it, because that's what happens while coming back to the test center.
Be alert, be concentrating.
So be concentrating and all those things. So with me, I didn't know where the test center was until we came nearby. So I was on focus.
Okay, good. You don't want to fail in the last couple of minutes.
Yes.
What else was I gonna say? So the other thing we were very concerned about, you were very concerned about, was because it's COVID right now, COVID situation and lockdown, and exams are very long to get a test booked. You're telling one of your fears was what, Kaleem? To fail was what?
Well, I was a bit afraid as well. If in case I fail, what do I do? Again, I will be set back by 6 months to a year waiting times, getting a test again. I have to start from the scratch. So I was praying to God. I said, show some mercy on me today, God.
So that's one of the biggest fears for any students. Even last couple of weeks with Kaleem himself, that we didn't want to fail and wait another couple of months or even a year, as Kaleem was saying. So one way you can avoid that is obviously be prepared, get yourself obviously we're not telling you to book lessons, but book lessons according to your ability. So if you're not ready, change if you need to, or book out the lessons, get experience, get some extra driving. That way you go in confident that you're gonna pass. So this is a Kaleem certificate. There you go. Let's cover his name there. So that's yours, Kaleem. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And there we go, Kaleem. Well done.
For those of you who know who he is, or for those of you who don't, go check out his mock test video, and you'll see where he came from, the mistakes that he was making in his driving test to finally getting the driving license. So you'll see how difficult it is to learn to drive, to do a driving test, and to even do a mock test with ourselves. But then, you know, you put the effort in, you put the time in, you put the work in, and you'll see eventually you become a competent driver, a safe driver, and you end up with a driving license like our student Kaleem. So well done again, and guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe with FM Driving School.